Welcome to 4 Acres. Back on March 6th, 2021, I did a video called Springtime in Vermont. That was a year and 5 days ago. Today is the 11th of March. And it was a lot of fun. It was one of the most fun videos I ever made. The first thing we should do is go play in the pond. It was a freezing cold day. I was out there wearing this fleece, trying to pretend that it was warm, but it was cold. It was 10 degrees, and with the wind chill, it was even colder. Here we are, March 11th, and it's nothing like that. It is 48 degrees, 45 degrees, something like that. And as you can see, there's not a whole heck of a lot of snow left. There's some, but not a ton. So what is springtime like in Vermont? It differs year to year, obviously. Here we are a year later and it's nice and warm out. Things change. Speaking of changing, for those of you that have been on this channel before, you'll remember my Chevy Silverado. She's done very well here, worked really hard here on 4 Acres.
Dude, you just peeled out and tore up the land.
That truck has driven to Savannah, Georgia, Asheville, North Carolina, Johnson City, Tennessee. But just like the seasons turn and things change and things are reborn, sometimes we need to make some changes. And the Silverado, I had almost paid it off, and she needed a bunch of work done to her, potentially thousands of dollars of work done to her. She was a 2011 with 154,000 miles. And it was just time to try to look for something new. So I got a new truck. Yep, I went with a Ram. Let me explain. I still had a car payment on the Silverado. I'd almost paid her off, but I still was paying a fair-sized, not exorbitant, but a fair-sized car payment. She was worth a bunch of money because she was a full-size truck, even though she was kind of in rough shape. Heather convinced me to test drive a Ram. I didn't think I was going to like it, and it turned out I loved it. The way everything worked out, I could lease this truck for just a very small increase in my monthly payment that I was paying on my Silverado. So it was within my price range. I've done leases before. They have their uses. In this particular case, my plan is to drive this truck for 3 years and then buy it out at the end of the lease. This is a long-term investment for me. I'm using the lease as a way to get myself into a vehicle that I know is reliable, that isn't going to have any mechanical problems, and then I'll be able to buy it out and continue to have a vehicle that I know has been treated well, or as well as I treat vehicles. My only complaint is with the Hemi. And only because I have a feeling I'm going to end up getting a couple speeding tickets, because when you press your foot on the gas of a 5.7 liter V8 Hemi, this truck flies. You'll see my snowblower sitting out here. That's because today is Friday. On Wednesday, we had a snowstorm. We weren't expecting to have a snowstorm. The weather said 1, maybe 2 inches of snow. Well, I was at work Wednesday and the snow just started coming down. Before I knew it, there was 7 inches of snow on the ground. So we had that snowfall on Wednesday. And then Thursday, yesterday, it hit 50 degrees and was sunny. A significant amount of the snow melted. We are down to 4 chickens. Raccoon came into the coop, killed 2 of our 6 chickens. So I've been keeping the .22 rifle close and paying attention to the security cameras. We have not had the raccoon come back. I imagine it's gonna come back soon. We are due to get another storm tonight. They're saying anywhere from 3 to 6 to 12 inches, depending upon how this storm goes. And the real question is how quickly the storm changes from rain to snow. A bit of a bummer because I'm enjoying seeing the snow melt. I'm not really interested in having any more snow come. So springtime in Vermont this year is a warm up earlier on, which I'm totally on board with. Next week, we're looking at 50-degree weather all day long. Springtime in Vermont is finding the cans we use for target practice in the wintertime that got covered in snow. So last year, I sat right here and pretended to be warm in the sun, but I was not. And after a long, hard day working outside in the springtime, it's always important to tan in the sun. Whew, those wrists are white. So springtime in Vermont, sure, it can be freezing cold. It can also just be crazy unpredictable. There's a saying here in New England, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Here it is, 40 degrees today, 50 degrees yesterday, 7 inches of snow the day before that, and the chance for a significant amount of snow tomorrow. I'm hoping I don't have to snow blow, but you never can tell. I'm gonna extend this vlog into tomorrow. We'll see what the weather does then. With any luck, it'll be interesting anyways. Oh, and there's Bentley, looking all regal. What are you watching, buddy? So until tomorrow, for me, it'll be many hours. For you, it'll be just a second. It's the next day, and currently raining. Where are we at? Oh, bunker. Oh, they're going back inside. We're at about 31 degrees and raining. It's supposed to switch over to snow soon. We heard from family in New York State that it's snowing there already. So we'll be getting it quickly, I suspect. Hello, ladies. Oh, you need water. Something about rain on a tin roof. Always sounds good. We got a lone songbird up in the ash tree behind me. Chickens are not a fan of snow. They don't mind the rain too much. They really don't like the snow. And what ends up happening is if the weather switches from rain to snow, or midway through the day it starts to snow, they end up stuck places because they don't want to walk in it. So today I'm going to leave the chickens locked up in the coop. It'll just keep them warm, dry. It's just raw and cold out. So springtime in Vermont, you never know what you're gonna get. I'll check back in at the end of the day. Likely I'm gonna be snow blowing. Until then, enjoy this sweet time lapse. Good morning. It didn't snow nearly as much as they were expecting it to. The rain lasted a lot longer than we were expecting, and we got maybe an inch of snow all told. I mean, it came down pretty hard there for a little while. You saw it, but at the end of the day, not that much snow. It's really cold. Right now it's about 25 degrees. The high today is only about 29 or 30. What's exciting is that the high tomorrow is supposed to be 45, I think. Then 50, a high of 60 by Thursday. Cannot tell you how exciting that is. Within a couple days, I suspect all the snow is going to be gone and we'll be headed right towards spring. We have some big news to announce. That'll be in another video that I'm working on right now. Should be released in a couple days, so look out for that. I think y'all will like to hear what we have to say. And so that's springtime in Vermont. If you don't like the weather, wait a day. It'll change. If you made it this far and you liked what you saw, hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos from 4 Acres, hit that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date when we release a new video, hit that bell icon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on our homestead, 4 Acres in southern Vermont. We appreciate you very much. Always do the best you can with what you got, and we'll see you around. Take care. now I gotta fix the mess I made in the driveway before Heather gets home. Do me a favor. Don't tell her. Don't eat the spray foam. Don't eat the spray foam! Psst, psst, psst. Hey, hey!
It's not a worm.
The R value of my chickens is amazing. Let's do it! Dog allowed to be on there with my class.
Oh, get off! Get off! Bunker, that's not okay. Go get a drink.